aka Thaj.
Thank you.
So, you're the youngest panelist we've had in the history of Mediatron.
Oh my god.
Yeah, how do you feel about it?
Okay.
Yes, how do you feel about it?
I feel young. But yeah, it felt really nice, like talking to them. I got a new perspective on a lot of things. It was very nice because especially media is a very ever-changing thing, right? And seeing them come from like different times of media and like how they're still surviving there and getting points from them was like very interesting.
Great, that's pretty big achievement being here and you're the youngest. Do you remember that? Yes.
Okay, I will remember that.
So, did you expect going this viral or achieving this amount of engagement when you first started out content creation?
Yeah, like I feel like everyone should. There's a thing called manifesting, right? Like
Yes.
I obviously manifested this. Like I was just like I was always, even when I was 1,000 followers for like 3 years, by the way, I was 1,000 followers, and even then I would like act like, oh bro, I have a responsibility for the 1,000 people. I have to make videos. I will be like talking about thinking about retention back then itself. Okay, and I was thinking about getting an audience, famous. How do I handle famous? I was all planning that before I got famous itself. So it was like I knew I was never if it will happen. I was always when it will happen. I just didn't know the when. And when it started happening, I obviously like it was easy for me to handle it after it.
So, I love your content, by the way. I've just seen all of it,
So
and
much.
I love the Kadal in 2K content. So your content, it varies from like skits to opinion videos, rants, as you said. So do you think that this range is important to gather the audience that you want?
No, yeah, kind of, because like that range only helps me to form an identity, right? Like you need to form an identity in media, and then me just ranting would just make me like a ranter. Like I don't have a personality, right? If you're looking for a guy, you're just like you'll not be like, oh, he's a guy, that's it, right? You need like a lot of personalities, like not just like a guy relationship wise. You talk about food, you can't just like eat plain rice. You need like a lot of like spices and stuff like that. All those spices only, all these like like me doing ranting, sketches, songs, and all that stuff. I'm doing it because I want to form multiple like parts of my identity, so that people know who I am. Like it's easier for people to understand me. So I just do like a lot of stuff, and obviously it's fun to do it.
Yeah. And so creating content, it's a pretty tiring job,
Yeah.
to say the least. Did you ever feel like a burnout or
Yeah,
running out
every
of
month, you don't know, man. Like because you guys usually see me in front of the screen, like
Yeah.
I don't usually get vulnerable or not, but it's a college thing. Who cares? But so the thing is, after like doing this for like 3 months or something, I had a major burnout. I literally hated myself. Like looking, I'm very narcissistic and self-obsessive, right? And I love watching my videos. I hated watching my videos. I couldn't hear my own voice. I was like, shut up, bro. Who's talking, bro? You're only talking, bro. Like that thing was there. After that, during that time, I was really hard. Like I couldn't create content. I couldn't like get up and like work for stuff. And then during that time, what I realized is creative burnout is real. Like especially if you're pursuing this thing in media, like good luck with that. You're going to face creative burnouts, and that's going to be there. And the best way to handle it is stop thinking about it. Like just like be in denial that you don't have a creative burnout. Eventually, you'll get out of it. Like one day you'll wake up and be like, oh, I can make videos now. Like that sort of thing.
Yeah, that's really good. Yeah. So you were talking about monetization of content. So do you think people prioritizing monetization of content over the quality of their content is a problem which we're facing right now?
Yes and no. Okay, like prioritizing content, you can never say, because you never know what they are going. Like because for a lot of people this is bread and butter, and going and telling them, bro, you can't prioritize money right now, it's like kind of selfish. Even they have to earn. You're going to a job, right? You're having money. How will he have money, right? It's not just if prioritizing only content would be bad for them, right? No good creator in this mind would prioritize money, but I would understand why they do it. But if they do it, they won't do it. Like I'm doing a lot of workplace happening. I'm sorry, my head works like that. Why I'm saying this now? I should think monetization should be like a thing we should all creators should think about, right? Like you think about creating content, you should also think about monetizing. Like that, they should go hand in hand.
Yeah.
No thing should be like if you only create content, you are not going to have money unless you have like rich parents. You are not going to be able to sustain it. So this both should go hand in hand when it comes to content creation and media in general. So,
Do you think this monetization it's gonna affect the quality of the content that you're gonna put out? Like, suppose the person is prioritizing money over the content, are they gonna push out content purely to monetize? Is that a problem too?
yeah, like see, it's not a problem. It's kind of sad, right? Like they don't have money, so they have to force themselves to create content in order to get money. Like forcing art is something like people don't talk about. It's really sad. Like forcing art, like kind of takes a toll on you. Like when you have to force and like just like you don't feel like drawing, you force yourself to draw. Just see how bad the picture is, right? You need to able to love drawing to draw. So them doing it, I honestly just feel bad for them. But like see, it will affect the content if you're purely thinking about monetization. And they'll realize that it does, and then they'll move on. We will not really have a say in like people earning, right? Like you don't go to a bank employee and be like, why are you working now? Like, why are you only care? Oh, you don't go to your therapist and say, oh, you're only talking to me because I'm paying you money. No, right? That is that. So like we can't have that mindset on this.
So you're recently graduated. So what do you miss the yeah? Okay, so you recently graduated. What do you miss the most about college?
The community. Like you feel really lonely. No, like it's kind of sad. Like don't come reach out to me and give me hugs and all. Reach out to me and give me hugs. It's fine. Like you feel a lot of lonely after college. Like people don't talk about that a lot. You really miss college because you don't miss the studying. Obviously, you miss the people who you every day you go meet like a bunch of 5 people. Then you don't have a place to go to together, and then it's like really sad. You can't be like, "Machan, come hang out." We can't do that every day, right? You can't be like, call them, I want to hang out with you. Like it's a whole plan. Having a place to go to and like experience this life, like it's like something everyone should do it. I feel like college life is important. Like I learned a lot. The person I am right now is because of my college, right? Because of the friends I made in college, because of the fraternity I had in college. Because of that only I'm here. Like that's the most thing I miss about college. Just like this Tamil thing called Atti, where like it's a group, yapping about the most random nonsense shit. I miss that the most. Like that's the biggest thing I miss.
So
Senti or thinking.
So do you think that college influenced the type of content you create today or creating content today?
See, college basically helps you form your identity. Like because in school, you're basically whoever you talk to. You understand? Like you are the person you hang out with. But in college, it's the place where you like start forming an identity, who you are. Like all that will only happen in college, where you'll actually start thinking about. A lot of people get their fashion sense in college because they start thinking, oh, what works for me? Like what works for me? All that things like help. College only helps. The same way content also for me, college helped. That's part of the reason I'm really glad that I got famous after joining college, is because I was able to like make the identity that was me popular, right? That I love that it happened to me that way. I'm really grateful for God or destiny or whatever that is like that helped me to do this. I'm really grateful for college.
So in the panel discussion, you were talking about attention span and how it is deteriorating immensely. So do you think that this deterioration or this level of deterioration is any way gonna improve with more and more new ways of content coming out?
Again, yes and no only, because we have podcast, this new concept of podcast growing in like this community, Tamil community, South community and the Indian community. But even podcasts, you need reels to sell. Right, you need like 60-second reels to sell podcast. Like that thing is there. Like podcast, yes, long form is getting popular, but short form is still needed. So that is always going to be there because us as people have legit like zero attention spans. Let's say like I think I made a video on this. where like you remember songs, especially like 2-3 years ago, like not 2-3 years ago, like almost 10 years ago, they used to make songs for 7 minutes. Now go listen to the songs, they'll not cross 2 minutes because all they care about is streams. Like they only care about, oh, I'm going to how many hours. It's not about how well they experience this, is how many times they watch the thing, right? They want that. So stuff like that is happening and it's kind of sad. So like what we can do is that we can make an aware notice of it. We can get aware of our attention issues and consciously make adjustments to, like actually do. That's why I personally realize that I have like a lot of attention issues. Like even in stage you probably saw me like fidgeting a lot, like moving here and there, can't make eye contact, stuff like that. I am legit still there, but I'm aware that I'm that. Right, so I legit like what I did was I started watching really slow movies and I was like forced to watch, like if I'm watching a movie I'm not taking a break. I am watching the whole thing. I don't care because I need to work on my attention. I need to work on listening to people, because if you stop listening to people you will have no one to listen with. Again I'm talking you continue.
Yeah, I saw the video you made about Mayor and the attention span. Yeah. So looking behind the scenes for you, what is the one thing you would know like about content creation that other people don't know?
How probably it's not as luxurious as it looks. Like for the first year that I was famous, I was still broke only. I was just famous and broke. That's the worst kind of famous, by the way, because people come and like I'll go eat in, because I was still a college student. I'll go eat in this roadside shop. It's like because it's 50 rupees puri, 5 puris they'll give. Credits to the Raka, Sadhya Kamis. That Raka, like she used to give 5 puris a thing, and then people who came and ate there, they'll legit walk up to me and they'll be like, bro, you're eating here. I'm like, bro, where will I eat, Ra? That is a weird thing, okay? I'm like, Macha, I don't eat in 5-star restaurants every day. I am not that rich. I am still poor only. Like, I'm still middle class. So like, that part of things was very weird, only I know. But other thing is how hard this can get. Is what I know. That's what I love the media. I love to educate, not educate, aware, make aware other people, like media people especially, to say, oh, this why it happens. Like I love. That's why I'll always reach out to new creators who are booming up. The first text will be like, I don't think I'm like Diddy or something. I'm not Diddy, but I'll go like reach out to them. I'll be like, Machan, let's hang out, and then I'll be like, Machan, this is what happened. I messed up here, please don't mess up, because I hate seeing other people mess up the way I did. I already messed up so like especially I like if I see some promising creator, I'll be like, Machan, don't do this, join an agency right now, you can make money, all that. I love doing that.
So coming back to the podcast part, I remember that you were a part of a podcast called the Kulshav Effect.
Thank you, oh my god, you did your even I forgot about that.
Yeah, so is it any different than creating content for specifically Instagram or YouTube, or how did you what was the difficulty that you faced?
I didn't really face difficulty. Kulshav Effect was like a passion child that me and my best friend like basically made before I was famous actually. Like I just made it back in Salem. Me and Harith, like huge credits to Harith. Like me and him, we used to sit down and yap a lot. So we thought, Machan, what if we recorded this yapping and like, all best friends have this conversation. Okay, they'll be like, Machan, let's start a podcast. We'll change the world. We'll all have the same way we also had a conversation. And me and him, we started a podcast. Okay, and then the difference is that there I don't really need to do a lot of work post. But during the production, it's like 1 hour talking, bro. I remember some of the podcasts will be after the podcast ends, I'll be like, oh, bro, I need water, kind of thing, because I'm talking a lot. So that was there. And another thing, it was very easy because I didn't really I had an audience, but I had like 600 followers there, like in that podcast, which was very high for me because I was like, 600 people are listening to us yap for an hour. We won in life. Oh my god, it was like that. So it was like I didn't really have to have regulations there because I could speak whatever. It didn't matter. That's why I stopped doing that, because I wanted to do it for real. Doing podcasts has always been the corner of my head, where like, because I love yapping now also, you probably thought like 5 minutes I'll interview this guy will leave, but he's still here talking, what am I doing with, like that thing is there, no? So I love talking. And I wanted to do it proper, and hopefully you guys will see it next year, 2025. I have like a lot of plans there. Yeah, Jyoti Nivas people, you only know.
Okay, that's awesome by the way. Is it any different than the production process of videos? Like,
Yeah, very. Audio is completely different than video, man. Like I feel like maybe I will alienate the video guest, but audio consumers are more smart, right? Like you can't really fool an audio consumer with like effects and stuff like that. They don't care because they are here to listen. But in video, you have to take care of cuts, pacing, music, the retention, all that you have to take care of. But audio, it's about content, how you speak, how you present yourself. My dad, basically trained me for it. Like ever since we were kids, used to have this car game. There's this thing, Tamil concept called Edigai Modi. Okay, where even right now, it's called is constantly there in my head because my dad, he'll be like, some stuff you have to talk louder, but some stuff you can talk softer. Right? That thing is right. That punctuation and all needs to be there in audio. Like that part of things is there. But video wise, it's chill. Like video wise, it's like a complete opposite things where it's like more post, not production.
so do you think that studying Viscom helped you way more in creating content? If you had taken something else, maybe it would be different.
See, a lot of people say, this is one widespread thing. Bro, engineers are more movie makers than Viscom people. I have this doctor friend, medical student, okay, he was more Viscom than me. It's concerning. Like, he has made a pilot film. Like, how are you? He is like from a good college only. He's somehow balancing doctor and also being a thing. But if you ask me, oh, you learned anything from Viscom? Yes and no, okay, diplomatic answer. Because I didn't really learn anything from Viscom. Because most of the things that there in the syllabus, it's already existing, right? But what I learned is people. Like, I met some of the amazing people in my course because they all, like, essentially Viscom media courses, every school class used to have that one class clown, right? Viscom will have all the class clowns together in one class, right? So it's like you will be able to find very like-minded people in your class, and it will help you that way. Where like you can work with them, you can plan movies with them, plan to take short films with them. All that stuff you'll only get in Viscom. Like you'll not get like-minded people in other engineering course, because engineering course probably your mom or dad forced you into it. So like you won't really find like-minded people as much. There are also like-minded people there, but Viscom, everyone is like-minded. Is what I felt.
So coming back to studying and Viscom and everything. So do you think the friends that you made in college affect the type of content you put out? Like, do you resonate with them more, or are you thinking about like, oh, will my friend like it? Will my classmates like it when you put out content?
Yeah, I mean, I've always wanted their approval. That stems from other issues, but the thing is, the people you surround yourself with, especially in college, makes you the person you are. Like I said before. For me, all my friends have been amazing. I've been very lucky with my friends. I will always give them like top, this thing, because I know if I had like S-men around me or stuff like that, my friends hate my content, okay? And that's the best thing that could have happened to me. My friends legit, like, they don't even talk to women who follow. I'm just saying. No. I know you can. Just kidding. Like, they don't even associate with myself, with myself that much, okay? But they love me as a person. Like, I know that. Please just say yes, okay? No, but they love me as a person, right? Like that dynamic helped me a lot when it came to like college and friendships and stuff. They were always there to help me be grounded somehow. Even when it get to my head, I will have at least 10 smacks in my head, like, sit down, man, are you flying? That thing will be there. Yeah.
That sounds very heartfelt, and that's very heartwarming.
Yeah.
And any last messages?
Yes, if you're pursuing media, first of all, good luck. It is going to be hard, but there's a big but. But once you achieve it, it's the best ever feeling ever. Nothing can top it. So I would say, if you are struggling right now, bro, but it's a phase. Like everything has an end. The struggle will also. If it feels like it's so hard, like I have to give up, that probably means you're at the end of the struggle. It is probably because it's the hardest before it gets over. Like the thing is there. So just like sit down, bite your nails, and get through it, and you'll achieve everything. Like if you're watching this, you'll definitely achieve whatever you're putting your mind to.
Yeah, thank you so much. And on behalf of Center for Media Studies, thank you so much for having us.
Yeah, thank you for
And
having me.
yeah, so that's pretty much it. And thank you. This is Grace, your reporter, and with video journalists Sanskriti and Nivedita. This is from Campulse TV signing off.